Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 360. 360, Xbox 360, no scope. Literally the only things that I know that are 360. Oh, Tony Hawk, he had 360s as well, like 360 tail whip and like 360 flip.
Tail whip is for a BMX, so that would have been the Dave Meir games, not the Tony Hawk ones.
You can tail whip a skateboard as well.
No, you can't.
You can. You grab it by the tail and whip it 360. It was definitely on one of the THPS games. I would put money on.
It might have been on his crossover that had the BMX in it, but it's certainly not a skateboarding thing.
No. We're Googling this after the podcast. In fact, actually, no, we won't.
You're thinking of a tail slide.
Tail whip.
Yeah, you can do a tail whip. Like, I would say that we'll check this after the podcast, but within about 5 minutes, we won't care. But either way, episode number 360 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined also by Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
He was frantically Googling the tail whip move on THPS.
I am, and it says the tail whip is a bike trip typically performed on a BMX, but can also be performed on a kick scooter.
Okay.
Doesn't mention skateboards at all.
Okay,
I was the right one.
I mean, I'll have to do some Googling myself, but either way, the most important thing now is we are not alone, Matt. We are not alone. Not in a creepy way that
I am here with you.
yeah. Look, we've got friendship on our side, but we've also got it's Josh. Josh is on our side too. Hello.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, you are. You've been adventuring. You've been like a motherfucking Skyrim character.
I have been to so many countries in the last couple of months. It's been crazy.
Indeed, like Germany, I'm all being you, etc., etc. But
except Germany was, ironically enough, was not one of the countries I visited.
Oh shit! I need to do some research. In fact, no, I don't, because you'll tell us about it. You'll tell us,
of course, I will.
in due time. But before we do any of that, we've got some housekeeping to get out of the way with, and just general pleasantries. So I've mentioned that we're episode number 360 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined by us, your cornucopia of hosts, and. Yeah, how are we, gentlemen? We all good?
Yep, all good.
Right,
still living, still breathing.
The British weather needs to make up its fucking mind, doesn't it? Because we've reverted back to February, I think.
Yeah, we had. I don't even know whether you guys had it, but Saturday, Sunday, Monday over here was like 21 degrees, and it felt like we'd finally had a summer. And then it pissed it down on Tuesday.
Yeah, just to show us, like, actually, no, you don't deserve a summer, fuck you, kind of thing. But I've had it like, over the past couple of weeks where it has been, like, absolutely grim in the morning, and you go out dressed for shit weather, and then by lunchtime it's like blazing sunshine, and you think, oh, I regret this choice. And then it's back to raining again by the time you're going home. So it's unpredictable. It's keeping us on our toes. But I can't complain because we had some touch and go moments with the sweating.
You can't complain about weather as well until you hear one of my stories. Like, you have no right to complain.
I mean, we in good time, Josh. In good time, we've got to leave that for the viewers / listener. No one's watching this. It's an audio podcast. So the listeners, we'll leave that for the listeners to unlock later on. But for first, we talk about our sponsor for this episode, which is, of course, affordable.co.uk. Affordable bringing you pedals from Demon Effects, JSA Effects, Musky, Joyo, 4D, K-Line, Nux, Movil, Cord. I think there might even be more than that. but those ones are definite. Those ones are locked in, and they're all at amazing prices. Oftentimes better than Amazon. Sometimes even better than Temu, which like you make your own decisions about Temu.
And affordable, don't steal your credit card details and sell them to the Chinese government.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that is not a policy for affordable. So that's tick one for affordable, cross for Temu. They are a UK company who do not sell your credit card details to anyone. Not just the Chinese government. They don't sell them to anyone. They adhere strictly to GDPR rules and regulations. And they've got stock ready to ship in fantastic recyclable packaging. I didn't think I'd ever be talking about GDPR on this podcast, but there we go, Josh. Thanks for
doing your bit of information governance training for the year.
That's it. So
I'm logging this as CPD now.
You absolutely can do. That's it. And we've got the tapes here to prove it. Tapes. As if this is recorded onto reel to reel.
This is, I was going to say, reel to reel in the 60s.
Yeah. You know what? It might as well be, considering our thoughts and opinions.
What are you talking about? We're the most modern thinking podcast there is. We occasionally have a guy on who owns a Strandberg. Josh has heard of some bands that have released music after 2005. We're all thinking about the modern times.
Just you. Let the side down.
Yep, we're very much rooted in the vintage, shall we say? I don't think I've told you where to find Affordable yet, so we'll finish off this segment, which is that you need to check them out at affordable.co.uk. Yeah, like professional as ever. Right, so
you see, nothing's changed.
Yeah, the absolutely zero has changed, Josh. It is the Fret Talk podcast. You get what you get. Like we do try keep on track, but our minds are like, I don't know. It's just something that wanders off, like errant kittens. There we go. Have that as a metaphor. So our first order of business for this week is we talk about a bit of shit news, because it's only up from there, isn't it? Unfortunately, this week we are spoilt for choice.
Is it Gibson again?
It could be. They are a usually strong contender in this field. However,
it's been like 3 weeks since they've had this spot.
It is, yeah. But next week, just you mark my words, next week they're going to release something so shit that it will. It's going
to be a $9,000 Joe Bonamassa Epiphone, isn't it?
Yeah, it will make us never doubt them again. I believe in them. But for this week, it's their competitors. The one of the big two, it's Fender, and Fender have come out swinging this week because they have given us not one but two shit newses. Originally, I was going to talk about a certain range of acoustic guitars that were Antigua Burst finished, because Antigua Burst is
the best.
Awful. It's baby sick Burst, isn't it?
Yeah.
However, they also had come up with something this week, which is possibly the worst thing that they've released in the last decade. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the Antigua Bursts, because I think they are shit enough to deserve a place on this.
Admittedly, on that guitar, it does look genuinely horrendous.
Yes. Yes.
But on a Telecaster,
I mean, in the bin. Let's talk first about these Fender wireless system. So the Fender Telepath wireless system, interesting name. It is an interesting name. It is a wireless system by Fender. It is 5.8 gigahertz and apparently 4 milliseconds of latency, which sounds quite impressive, doesn't it? Like it said, those are numbers which I think should sound impressive. The reason being is because basically, like wireless systems work on two different systems, and the 2.4 gigahertz system is a shorter range and tends to get interference from Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the majority of Wi-Fi's are 2.4, and so your phone is constantly looking at that frequency, for instance. And if you're, say, in a venue and there's more than one mobile phone in there, they'll all be looking for that frequency. So if you're in a venue with 80 people, there's 80 pieces of shit in the way. Whereas hopefully on the 5.8?
Yes.
There'll be less.
Yeah. So the way that I understand it is that 2.4 is, like, for the majority of situations, is fine. It's only if there is something giving out 2.4 gigahertz signal that is within proximity of you, and like the transmitter and receiver of your wireless pack, that you've got anything to worry about. So, like, if you are playing a gig and you happen to be situated behind the router, for the venue, then you might run into situations. But for the majority of people, the 2.4 gigahertz is fine. Like, Harley Benton use it, but so do Boss and Nux and Positive Grid, all operate on the 2.4 gigahertz system. So it's tried and tested, and it's almost universally used across the board. Like the Fender one, they're going for the 5.8 gigahertz. So in that situation where you are playing a bar and the internet router is on the stage with you, then you're fine. The way that I understand the difference between 2.4 and 5.8 is that 2.4 is a stronger signal but a shorter carry distance.
Find an autistic person, they'll tell you.
I mean, yeah, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was the other way around. I thought 5.8 was stronger but shorter distances, because I can set my router to do 5.8 if I want to, but it doesn't cover the whole house on 5.8, whereas it does on 2.4. So I thought it was the other way around, that you get a better quality of signal but in a smaller area on 5.8, and 2.4 goes further. That's my understanding. But the 2.4 is a less strong signal and less quality.
Yeah. I mean, surely more gigahertz equals better?
Quality over quantity. That's what I say to the missus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, if you've got a router in the room with the only things you're going to be used, you use 5.8. But if you need the router to talk to your whole house, you probably need 2.4.
Yeah.
That's how we run ours anyway.
And how about if you are, like, hypothetically running a wireless guitar system?
You buy something that's not in a cheap plastic housing with a folding mechanism.
Indeed.
Like the Line 6 G30 that I use.
Yeah.
I use a G30 as well.
There's the Nux ones are built in like a really kind of big, sturdy housing. They seem pretty decent, and they've got a built-in tuner as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's based on the Shure one, isn't it? Well, it looks like the Shure one, shall we say? Not based on.
Sure, it is. We
took artistic license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking artistic license, these Fender ones. So, like, the specs seem fine. The specs seem like they're kind of thinking of the end user experience. They look almost bang on the same as these kind of white label, like any brand wireless systems from China. So
yeah, I remember. Do you remember in 2020 when people were buying things off Wish just because there was a pandemic and there was fuck all else to do?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember paying like 16 quid for a wireless system that looks almost identical to this, and they were fine for bedroom use. But I then realised that I don't particularly need a wireless system in my bedroom.
No. You tend to, like, a wire works fine if you're, like, within short distance of your guitar amp or, like modelling amp. You're fine with just a cable. It's all right. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, I think it looks a little cheap, shall we say? It looks like they are just like they don't look like they are designed in-house at Fender. They have, however, so that because it's the 70th anniversary of Fender's lock instrument cable department, they are also doing like an alternative to this wireless. They're doing a Fender Strat anniversary cable at 3 meters, which is considerably less than the wireless. So
what makes a cable a Strat cable?
It only works. It works specifically for Strats.
Okay.
And it comes in tweed to give you a cleaner signal.
I used to have some Fender tweed cables.
Yeah, I used to really love them. Everyone used to say they were shit and they broke all the time, and I'd never broken one until this week.
Yeah,
and I finally broke a Fender tweed cable. Like they're good cables.
Yeah. Like I ran them for a long time. I used to run the Cali cables, which were the ones with the really heavy, like celluloid, shrink wrap kind of thing around it.
Yeah,
but I found that they weren't malleable enough. Like they worked fine, but like there was not enough play in them, so the cable would end up like guiding you rather than you guiding the cable.
Yeah.
Whereas the one, like, because they did a few, they did a tweed one, they did like a black and white mesh one, and I think like an oxblood one as well. And I bought a couple of those up, and they were a bit more. They still had like the rubber insulation, but then was wrapped in the Fender Tolexy kind of. It weren't a Tolex; it was like a woven kind of thing, weren't it?
Yeah. But
it meant that they were durable enough that they withstood a bit of beating, but they also like had flex in them. I think I would all day, every day, use one of those Fender cables over these wireless
over systems. These Chinese wireless systems that we don't know. They're not advertised as Chinese wireless systems, but
no,
they are.
Like we can't like allegedly. Just,
yeah. Well, they look like they look like £16 wireless systems from China. Whether they are or not, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Like if Fender have like gone back to the drawing board and like design these, but then design them around like an original, like not an original, like an existing housing that was available. They've really shot themselves in the foot because it looks like the inferior product.
Yeah, if they've picked, they've gone, okay, this company will give us these at this price, so we'll use that housing. What they've done is they've picked the one that all the Chinese companies use that sell them for like 15 to 20 quid. And I'm sorry, but that just, like, it makes everyone think that that's what your product is worth.
Yeah, it's like next week if Gibson came out with the Gibson Vintage Overdrive, and it was in the same housing as the Joyos, and it just had the Gibson logo on it, but the circuits inside were like completely redesigned from the ground up.
Yeah, it don't matter, does it?
No, you'd go.
Looks like a Vintage Overdrive.
Yeah, like, well, that's the Joyo. I can get that for like 18 quid. So, yeah, they've shot themselves in the foot there. Okay, we've mentioned that one. I want to mention the California Vintage Limited Edition acoustics. There are 4 of them, I believe, and I don't know what the difference. Sorry, there's 3 of them. I don't know what the difference is between any of them. What I do know is that the one that I can see, I think all of them have got like a faux. It's like if you got a Fender Strat headstock and then like imported it into Photoshop and like increased the corner radius on it so that it just rounded everything off a lot
I
more.
imagine actually what they've done is just taken a wood file to it a little bit and just rounded it off. Like, I don't think they've... Yeah, it's just shit.
Yeah, like whereas a standard Strat headstock has got like sleek angles, like it's very defined sleek angles, and it's not pointy in any description, but the kind of like where the corners would be are very defined curves. It's just if they were to do that freehand, and it's just really rounded off, and they've put this on like small body acoustic guitars, basically.
Well, I assume the 3 different one's a Parlor, one's a Dreadnought, and one's a name another body shape of acoustic, because I can't. I know there's like 12 of them, but those are the 2 I know.
Yeah, like Jumbo.
Yeah,
Jumbo is definitely one. We both.
There we go. Yeah. That's the 3 shapes of acoustic: the Dreadnought, the Jumbo, and the Parlor.
Well, I would say also a concert and auditorium. For I have just read the article and it says that those are the sizes. Dreadnought, concert and auditorium sizes. So there you go.
Cool.
So we've got the King, the Malibu, and the Palomino, which I assume are the different sizes.
Dreadnoughts are the ones that you have in Battleship, right?
Yes, yeah, the really big ones. Yeah.
And I assume concert you would play in your local concert hall, and auditorium you'd play in a grand auditorium.
Also in your concert hall. Yeah, so I assume like small body is probably going to be the concert, and then the auditorium slightly bigger, and then the Dreadnought is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Either way, it's so Antigua burst finish, which is not our favourite. I think actually for the body shape it doesn't look too bad, but it's also got the Antigua pick guard, which is the thing that ruins it.
And the Antigua headstock and the Antigua on the body is also hideous. Just stop putting this on guitars, Fender. Stop it.
I would give it a pass. I'd give the Antigua on the body a pass if
I'd give it a fucking wide pass. 25 feet minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a big old swerve. I like the I almost like the aesthetic of these, because I like the block inlays as well. I really like the block inlays, but then you get to the headstock and it's that weird rounded Strat headstock on an acoustic. It's not good, is it?
No, it's just terrible.
I mean, the saving grace is that they're not vastly pricey. They are all coming in at $779, which is about right for an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, but I mean, for £800, wouldn't you just buy the equivalent Taylor or Martin?
No, I'd end up buying a Nick Johnston.
Well, yeah, okay. But if you go for an acoustic, you'd buy a Martin or a Taylor.
Buy a Nick Johnston and then go, oh shit, I've done
unplug
it. Yeah. Realistically, what I would do is I'd buy one of those Ibanez nylon string Telecasters. You know, like the Tim Henson one. Yeah. I'd buy one of those because
I think I'd probably go for that Gretsch with the Filtertron. You know, the acoustic with the Filtertron in the neck.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because I think they're about £800. And I think you can get the Bigsby one for $1,000. So
Yeah,
an
the one
acoustic with a Bigsby.
I mean, it defeats the entire point of having an acoustic guitar, but...
Oh, yeah, I'd play it through an electric amp and have drive on it and play it on that Filtertron, but it's technically an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, you'd get really like Jack White sounds out of it.
Yeah.
It'd be like horrendously feedbacking and just... But,
yeah.
Yep, I'm happy. These also come with acoustic guitar hard cases as well, like Fender like plush lined hard cases. So actually, these aren't bad. They're not bad value for money. They just look
just hideous.
Fucking wank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the back of the neck actually, it's a Kumi, like an Akume neck.
So what you're saying is the one bit that isn't painted doesn't look horrendous.
Yeah, it's real kawaii. So it's.
Do you say it's an anime neck?
Yeah.
It's just a guitar for weebs.
Woo. What on earth? So apparently, I've just seen the fingerboards. It's the wood is called Ovangol. Ovangol fingerboard.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not like pronouncing it purposely weird. There's a G and a K next to each other. Ovangol.
Yeah, no.
I've never heard of that word before. It looks kind of
buy a Taylor.
Doesn't it?
Buy a Taylor or a Gretsch.
Yeah, I think so. Fender have like really fumbled the ball this week. Like so much so that I think they've scored an own goal. So, good on you, Fender. Josh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. How been ya, our chap?
I've been good. I've been a very busy chap, as kind of mentioned at the top of the podcast, doing all manner of things, traveling around Europe, seeing Rammstein, and it's been a hell of a few months.
That it has. I mean, anyone who follows Josh on social media, it will just be jealous. Like all of the sunshine, all of the just like I'm at another gig kind of thing.
Yeah, it's been a little bit weird because you kind of like living annual leave to annual leave to annual leave sort of thing with like periods of work in between gigs. But like even though despite it being the same show for like all of the gigs, all of the shows had like a different vibe and a different atmosphere and bits and pieces like that. It's been really great. We kicked it off with the first two dates of the tour were in Prague, and we kicked it off with those. So we was there for a few days.
Nice.
Which was we were standing for all of them. 4 of the 5 shows were in like the golden circle or the fire zone, as they call it, and then the first day in the Prague, we're just like in like the general standing area.
Yeah.
So like we could go and just rock up whenever we wanted, check out some merch, get some some drinks, bits and pieces like that. Set list was really good. I really enjoyed the set list this year. But it's been more, I wouldn't say it's been hugely about all the shows. It's like met up with so many people that know through social media and Instagram and YouTube, and it's still been quite weird going somewhere to a concert and then someone go, no, you're the Corona Mortis, I watch you on YouTube, and it's still pretty fucking weird, to be honest with you. I love it, don't get me wrong. But there's been some massive highlights for this tour, but we'll break it up through the podcast so I don't sound so narcissistical. The first kind of highlight was meeting somebody I've known through like the Instagram world for a good few years now. We've collaborated on some reels and videos. It was nice to meet him in person, and this is in Prague. Unfortunately, like a couple of my best friends got picked to go to the rehearsal show the day before we arrived. Like you really get invited to that as like luck of the draw sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he was at that, and he was going to the show on the Saturday, and then we met up and had a few drinks on the Friday when we arrived. So it was really nice to kind of, put the face to the name, as they say, which was great. And shows I've spent so much on merchandise these last couple of months at Rammstein shows, like it's not even funny.
We've all been there.
The first weekend, like the ones in Prague, I spent 130, and that was at one show. And I'll get to the others. But it's really nice. Prague was a great city. The really weird thing was, obviously, I've seen them in Berlin multiple times, in the UK. I mean, I've seen them 14 times now. And that first show in Prague was my 10th show seeing them. And I've never seen so many, doesn't matter what band it is, whether it's like Metallica or whether it's Iron Maiden or AC/DC, Rammstein, whatever. I've never seen so many band shirts in my entire life in Prague. Like you go to Berlin, every 10th or 15th, 20 person you might see might be wearing like a Rammstein shirt or a Rammstein hoodie or a shirt, whatever. In Prague, I swear to God, you could not walk 5 or 10 yards without somebody being in a Rammstein shirt. It was absolutely crazy. And we just, on the Friday, we'd just been to the meetup, as there were some people that had bought some gifts for me, which was really nice of them. And I had some gifts for some other people as well. And we were just walking. I don't know how well people know Prague, but like there's the astronomical clock in like the old square that is by like the really Gothic style church. It's pretty much comes in like any photo of Prague that you search for. And I walked straight past the Rammstein drummer, Schneider, Christoph Schneider. I walked straight past him, and I clocked it was him. And then I turned back round, and I seen he was with his wife and his 2 kids. If he wasn't with his wife and his kids, I would have like quickly gone and asked him for like a quick photo or something like that. But I thought when he's got his family with him, it wasn't really prudent to do so. But those were some little highlights from the first little weekend of Prague.
Nice.
And then next up was Nijmegen, so we'll get to that shortly.
Nijmegen.
Which is just outside Amsterdam, for those that don't know their geography.
Oh, yeah, like I'm absolutely shocking for anything that isn't a capital city. So, yes. Last week we talked about the Harley Benton SC customs, and I think we touched on them, and we said we'll get back to those because they need a bit of kind of breathing space. And I think this week is that week. So Harley Benton have basically released an entire line of the kind of top spec single cuts in their SC range. So they do a couple of different SCs. They do a more G inspired single cut, and then they do what this custom line is, which is basically
basically an LTD Eclipse.
Yes, like if we are cutting the bullshit, it is very much inspired by the Eclipses. It's got the
same like vintage black paint. It's got the same pinstripe, and I swear to God, it's even got the same inlays.
Has it got the same inlays as well?
Yeah.
Oy vey. Yeah. I think they've done a few different things with this lineup that makes it kind of stand out a little bit from the previous ones. Just trying to pull up the specs because it was last week. I got rid of the tab on there. So we've got a few different finish options, despite it being like they are basically like the Eclipses, but they've got like a few different setups for it. So you've got like the slightly more classic like open coil like zebra finish buckers on a few of the finishes, and then the covered buckers for like so we've got like a tobacco burst and a gold top, and a black version that have got the covered buckers. But then you've also got like some active pickups as well that they've got the EMG look to them. I think all of the pickups are from the Tesla line.
And I can confirm they are shite.
Have you managed to play the Tesla ones then?
Yes, they were in my 7-string that I had, and they were the muddiest. Like, there was zero clarity with the pickups, I must admit. So
okay, because I've heard that the Teslas are a step up from what they used to be putting in, which were the Roswells.
I mean, I've not tried Roswell's, but I had to put so much mid-range and take out some low end to try and clean them up. They were so hard to get the sound right on them.
Mm. So I think with a lot of the Harley Bentons, you're looking at replacing the pickups. So it's unfortunate that the Teslas are
affordable.
Yeah, they're kind of the same ballpark as the Roswells, where they're fine as a kind of stopgap, but if you want to make it something like wonderfully
worth having,
yeah, then you've got to change them up. So the custom line is a bit more like it's kind of like the midpoint between like the standard SCs and like what the Fusion line is. So they've taken like another step towards that kind of premium like touches, like finishing touches with it.
Your stainless steel frets and your like recognizable name woods as opposed to just wood.
Yeah, I mean the necks are like the body and neck are Marante, but then the fingerboard is roasted Jatoba rather than
which Ibanez used Jatoba, so it's not an unknown wood.
Yeah, and Marante as well. A few of them are using Marante, and like you say, they're now starting to use those. I think the blacksmith stainless steel frets, which are the ones that they're using on the on the Fusions.
Yeah,
because
and what was the Strat called again?
Oh, the ST Moderns.
Yeah,
because they didn't use the blacksmith steel ones, or at least they didn't say they used the blacksmith stainless steel on the 25th anniversaries. They were just quote unquote stainless steel, but these ones are following the same line as the Fusions. So, in terms of price wise, they again sit between where the kind of standard SC range were and the Fusions, because the Fusions are about 350, 400 quid ish. Yeah. These are 270. Kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a couple of them that are like the P90 one's a little bit cheaper, and the Floyd Rose one is a bit more expensive.
Yeah,
but it's just nice to see that, like, rather than just going, you know what, like these are basically ESP Eclipses or Gibson Les Pauls, like rather than just going, okay, it's 2 humbuckers and that's all you're getting. Like there is the option for those, your active pickups. There is an option for covered humbuckers and uncovered humbuckers. There's those P90s as well, and then they have routed out a Floyd Rose if you really want to ruin the guitar.
I mean, I've just had a flick through the lineup as well. Some of these covered humbuckers aren't built the same as the others because they've got an SC Custom plus EMG, which has got the EMG retroactives. So
they're not the Tesla actives. They're actually EMG branded pickups.
Yeah, and that's 366 quid for that guitar. So you could feasibly take that one, not have to do anything with it, and it'd be I mean, if you do like EMG pickups, I suppose.
Yeah, and I guess like if you were buying one of the active ones and ripping the pickups out to put EMGs in it, like it's probably cheaper to buy it with the EMGs in than like buying those EMGs yourself and then soldering your fingers instead of the guitar and then taking it to a tech to finish it.
There's a nice
EMGs are now solderless as fit. They're all like clip connects, which is pretty decent. But I think that, like you say, with the retroactives, I think they are 275 quid. I think off the top of my head,
nice.
I could be out. So you're getting a good bit of money back for that price. Yeah,
you also getting locking tuners on this as well. WSC Charlotte style locking tuners, whereas the other ones had Grover style, or I think like mini Grovers. Grover machine head. So kind of your bog standard, the kind of things that you get on the Epiphones, versus like EMG laden locking tuners.
Yeah,
and
like, do you think Matt could ever want
doing it all?
Yeah.
Oh, but apparently, just had a look at this with the EMG one. You don't get the stainless steel frets. It does, or at least it doesn't say that you get stainless steel.
That's interesting. If it's still part of the same line,
yeah, it is. Isn't it? Yeah, because I'm looking at the P90 one because blatantly that's the one I'd be going for if I didn't get it. They come like it does say
black
22.
Steel.
So it's an interesting choice there, isn't it? Do you go for the EMGs and potentially forfeit the thing that is a big selling point for a lot of these guitars?
To be fair, the retroactives are actually pretty good. They're a bit more classic voiced rather than just being your straight out metal machine. They are relatively good, to be fair.
Yeah, like I've heard good things about them. So yeah, there's choices there. We had a few people over on Insta and on my personal Facebook. That's the one. That's the word I was looking for. Who've thrown their hat into the ring, and then we're going to ask which one we'd go for. So we got Gra has said he'd go for the black with the P90s, but then has caveated it by saying, but in gold. Which, like in their previous line, they do the P91 with P90s. Sorry, the P91 in gold, but it's not with the stainless frets, so it's not in the same thing. We got John Barvenveld saying the green and the black. Like green looks nice, black's always good. Anything, you go for any of them with the chrome hardware. We've got Phil back saying tobacco sunburst. Phil Pereira, is it? Please correct me if I'm saying. Yeah, there we go. Pereira. You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because it's there's 2 footballers who have that surname.
Well, there you go.
And the commentators always say Pereira. So
yeah, Pereira. Of course, I knew that. He's going for the tobacco sunburst. We've got Marcin Zakowski and Gigs and Guitars.
How can you pronounce Stokowski, but you can't pronounce Pereira?
And marching as well. Just like that's how my mind works. But they're both lefties and saying, "Yeah, I'll go for the black one, please."
The one left-handed model,
because it's the only one that they do lefty. Poor form. Yeah, I think they should probably do a few, and they're definitely the only one that's in lefty. Oh no. Who else have we got? We've got AV Pedals saying the Dark Paradise Satin, which I'm not even sure what that one is. Is that the green one?
Yes, I think so.
Dark Paradise Satin. He's done more research than I have. Satin Paradise? No, it's not. It's the one that's like.
Oh, is that the brown one?
Yeah, Root Beer Burst. I think it's kind of a little bit purpley. It's. Oh, I like that.
I imagine the root beer burst one as well makes you 15% more attractive to your sister.
Whoa. Whoa. Joshy Castle, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back.
Oh dear.
Right, so what are we going for? What are you saying? Which one are you choosing out of that lot?
Just the matte black one, the first one, is it called Vintage Black?
Yeah, because it's based off the ESP Eclipse. It's in the vintage black, and I loved that guitar when I had it. It was
I like the yellowy kind of binding as well.
Yeah, that's very, very ESP. That is.
It's great.
Yeah, and then you could just rip the pickups out and put some Fletchers in there.
I'd say if you look at that guitar and then you Google ESP EC Vintage Black, tell me they are not the same guitar.
Yeah, I think if you typed into Google Harley Benton SC Custom 3 Matte Black, it would autocorrect and say, did you mean ESP Eclipse EC the 1000? But like that and the white as well, both iconic looks for the Eclipse, aren't they?
Yeah.
Josh, what are you going for? What would be your choice?
I'd be going for the vintage black one, same as Matt, pretty much because it reminds me of the old EC 1000 in vintage black that I had.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to give it a hat trick. If I'm not going for the P90 one, and it's purely because it's it's P90s, and I think I want a Les Paul with P90s. I think I'm going the gold top. Like the gold top is
too shiny.
I mean, isn't it a matte finish?
No, look at the fucking photo. It's shiny as fuck.
No.
It's not a matte finish. It's gloss. It's high gloss.
It does, yeah. It definitely is. It
literally is reflecting the fucking lights on the ceiling gloss. That's what that finish is.
And it's 254 quid. It's cheaper than the other one. Like, sold.
Yeah.
Whenever you ever seen a gold, like a matte gold top, like always gloss?
On the cheaper end, yeah. Like the old Gibson gold tops were not gloss. They weren't like matte, but they were like satin, I guess you'd call it.
The Gibson LPJs had gold tops as well that were full on matte finish.
Oh, right, okay.
So I've definitely seen them in the past.
Actually, I think I want to change my answer. I want to take the active white one, but rip out the active pickups and put some passive pickups in it, because I want a white guitar with black binding. I think that's pretty cool. And then I could just stick like gold hardware all over it, and yeah, like proper pickups rather than active ones.
Weren't there an Epiphone signature that did that? Like I can't remember who it was, but there was like an Epiphone that was.
Was it Matt Heafy? Matt Healy?
It was around the same time as Matt Heafy, but I think weren't it the one that had like the bottle opener on the back?
Yeah, Bjorn Gillette. He's the guitarist for In Flames.
We were talking about him last week. Shit, like it all comes around. It is the Matt Heafy.
The Matt Heafy, or the one I'm thinking of is the Matt Heafy.
Oh, okay.
That's white with black binding.
I stand corrected.
Gold hardware.
Looking at this lineup for the Harley Benton SC series, though, I don't think there were many that I would turn down. just, I think they all look pretty damn.
I'm not having a £300 guitar with a Floyd Rose in it. It'll never work.
No. But in terms of like the finish options, I don't think there are many that are.
It's fine. I can't do high gloss anymore. I just can't. I just stick to them. I'm fat and I sweat.
I mean, that is a level of truth and honesty that I think we all need.
Yeah, I can't be doing with it anymore. Like, I genuinely think about taking the finish off all of the guitars that I've got with finishes on the necks and then just oiling them.
Yeah. I mean, you do you. If you know that you're not going to resell them, like, do it.
Yeah, I should do at some point. It takes a lot of effort to do something, doesn't it?
Yeah, doing things like that is the inherent
it's like
downfall.
The pinnacle of ADHD if I've ever heard it.
I really want to do this thing, but it's really hard to start.
And then the time you'll do it is when it comes to about 10 to midnight, and you go, "Oh, I'm going to really finish my guitars."
No, it's 10 to midnight the day before a gig, and you do it to all of your guitars immediately.
Yeah.
You're up at 4 a.m. going, "Oh shit, we need to leave at like 9 o'clock."
Yeah, this was not a well thought out plan. I mean, that being said, about 5 minutes before we all logged on to this stream, I was looking behind me and saw those set of bass strings and thought, that seems like a 5-minute job. Fortunately, I didn't.
Yeah,
because
you thought about it.
I imagine I would still be here. We'd be just like, let's work around it, boys. Just work around it.
Yeah, just the background of the fucking podcast. Bong, 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 boom.
Yeah, and me going shit
as the tension goes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not going to happen after the podcast. Like, it's in my mind now, isn't it? It's in my mind.
I've got some songs to learn for Saturday after the podcast.
Oh, congratulations! I mean, prior preparation. Who heard of that? Right, Josh, we've got more stuff, haven't we? We've got more. You've been not with us for a long time, and we should absolutely indulge your whims this week. So, tell us about Nidge Megan.
Knee Megan. Yes.
No, Nidge Megan.
Second part of the Josh Castle Rammstein World Tour was when we were going to Nijmegen, which is just outside Amsterdam. And I must admit, you couldn't find a place that is more different to Amsterdam if you tried. It's like this really nice nature reserve sort of area in the countryside. Really nice, beautiful, quaint little village. And we was meeting up with some friends that I met a few months prior. And then we're like, oh, we're all going to Nijmegen as well. You know, you can come and stay in the apartment with us. So I was like, oh, okay, great, excellent. That's, so bunged some money, because I thought it was the decent thing to do. Is she was putting us up in the Airbnb that she had paid for. We, to save money, this is where my ADHD logic came in. It was something like £375 for flights from Birmingham. And if anybody's seen a program called The News, knows that Birmingham Airport at the moment is pretty shit when it comes to security.
Yes.
And because we were taking suitcases as well, we decided that the best thing to do would have been to get the Eurostar. So we travelled via Eurostar to Amsterdam, which actually was a really pleasant experience, I must admit. It was quite nice travelling through the countryside. And I have a bone to pick with people that say the French countryside is beautiful. It's not. It's the exact same as the British fucking countryside. It is no different. You could have plonked it in Devon and you wouldn't have known the difference. Stop kidding yourselves. And we got to Amsterdam. We had a bit of time before we was able to go in and check in at the Airbnb. So we had a bit of a putter around Amsterdam and did what everybody does when they go to Amsterdam, and found some stroopwafels near the red light district. So was walking around the red light district eating some stroopwafels, and firstly I must admit it was not as explicit as I expected, because I've never been to Amsterdam before. But what I legitimately wasn't expecting was to see a legit 60-year-old woman in lingerie in the window. That I was not prepared for.
So anyway, I put my money down.
I think Laura would have had a few things to say about that as she was there. Like, do you want it three-way, yeah? Double, okay.
Surely it's half price if it's a three-way. Surely.
So, like, fast forward to, when we got to the apartment and we was all, like, chilling out, having, some good food and bits and pieces like that. And again, putting faces to names, etc. So I put a thing up on Instagram. Like, everyone's been asking me. Obviously, I did Snow White in Berlin last year, and I was like, "Do I do it again this year?" And it was like, very rarely do I get so much traction off a post.
Yes.
Usually, if you put a poll up on Instagram, you get 6 people that will.
I'll get it taken down almost instantly when I put a poll up on Instagram. Whee!
The one went straight over my head, I must admit. And it was something like 340 something people were like, yes. And I was like, okay. I'd already done Prague. And I sure as hell wasn't going to wear it to the other shows that I was doing. Was Dublin. So I'll get to that. So I was like, okay, we'll do it in Nijmegen. And the Dutch weather ruined my plan for that, because the torrent of rain that come on that first day of the gig was absolutely fucking biblical. Like, it was pure 24 hours of absolute torrential rain. It was fucking horrendous. And where the gig was basically like a really big park, like sort of similar to like Hyde Park or something like that.
Yeah.
So the logical thing to do would have been to turn up at doors. No, we were there at 6 a.m. And of course, I was wearing a Snow White fucking dress at the same time. So you can imagine how cold and wet I was after an hour and a half or 2 hours. So because there was a few of us and we were the first people in the queue, obviously, we were like, oh, okay, the town centre's only like 10 minutes on the bus. Let's go into the town centre, someone stay here and just hold the position in the queue. We'll go and find some ponchos and, like the silver and gold blankets that you sometimes see.
Yeah.
And, we can use them just to kind of shield ourselves in the rain a little bit. So me, Laura and Lee, all 3 of us went and got some. Lee's a woman, by the way. I know it's a very ambiguous name. No ponchos in the store. And I was like, fucking great. Absolutely fucking great. But they had some of the blankets. I was like, okay, that's sort of a win. And I was like, okay, the Airbnb is 10 minutes from here. You guys go back. I'm going to go back to the Airbnb and I'm going to go and get a fucking hoodie. So did that. We got back there and then to the venue, and we kind of managed to make a tent out of these blankets. And then some other people turned up, and they legit, like the tarpaulin that you would put under a tent.
Yeah,
someone had bought that. And where they had queued us up, there was like these metal security gates, and like the stupid like sheet wire fencing that has like 3-inch fucking spikes at the top.
Yeah.
Like we put all the tarpaulin onto that, and then angled it so the rain would come down, and we were all sat under there. And then so there was about 10 of us that ended up sitting under there. And people like we had took, cans of Heineken and some, some liqueur and stuff like that. Some other people had bought vodka. So we was all just basically having a bit of a piss up under this fucking tent that we made. It was absolutely great. And then I'd seen like the merch stand tent opened at like 1 o'clock. So I was like, okay, 12:30. I'm going to go over there because no one's going to go on a queue in this weather. So I went there and spent another €120. Admittedly, €40 of that was ponchos. But what I've liked about this tour is for each of the shows, they've done like limited edition badges for each show. And every, like, if they do 2 dates in each city, they're like different colours. So I got both of them I got both days in Prague. I got the 2 badges, and I was like, oh, I'll get a Nijmegen one while I'm here as well. So I got a Nijmegen one as well and some other bits. First thing I did was fucking put the poncho on. Like, there wasn't even a question. And then as I was walking back and had the merch with me, there was some people with like a proper full-on TV crew with like the big-ass shoulder video cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a microphone, and was going around interviewing people like while we're all standing queuing in the wet. And I think there was probably about 60 to 100 people there. And a couple of them were like, oh, you're the person that's doing Snow White on Instagram? Because all you could see at this point was the yellow part of the dress at the bottom. And then like was speaking to Muslim people, and then the news crew came up and interviewed me, and they're like, do you speak English or Dutch? And I was like, English. And so we're speaking to them, and like, where have you come from? Have you been to any other shows? How did you get into Rammstein? All the boring questions that you usually get. And I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. And I've been interviewed on a news program. And I was like, oh, I'm here with like 4 other people, and then there's a load of us that are under that tent, and they're like, oh, we'll come over and video you all. So then literally she comes to the side of this tent and just sticks the video camera in the tent, and we'll just like sing something. So we're all just going, du hast mich, and like just singing that. And then like there's a clip of it on YouTube where like, unfortunately, all you could ended up seeing from me is my arm as I'm sat on the floor. So kind of got onto Dutch news, and then they let us through at like 4 o'clock, so it was still another fair few hours to go. And we got front row. Like, we were on the front row at the barrier, which was fucking great. And the sprint there was about 200 meters from where the gates let you in to where the stage was. And of course, you can imagine, with there being a park, all that grass was just become so saturated in mud. It was the hardest 200-meter sprint I've ever done in my entire life. Like, I literally got my hand on the barrier, spread myself as wide as I could, so like nobody else could come here, so we could get all of us on the front row. And miraculously, we managed it. But I was running through the mud, like I was sprinting, having to hold fucking merch as well at the same time, and my bag, and hold the fucking yellow part of my dress up. And my, when you're walking and your ankle just folds 90 degrees onto its side, it did that as I was running through the mud, and I was like, and managed to fucking find the light. Once I got to the barrier, I was like, I'm dead. I'm actually going to fucking die. And then everybody else got here, and someone was giving out bits at the front row, just like putting things in people's hands. And I didn't see what it was because he was about 50 yards away. So I was just like, I'm stick my fucking hand out. And they gave us limited edition first row badges that you can only get from getting the first row, and they just hand them out to random people.
Nice.
So I was really happy to get that. And I met the official photographer for Rammstein as well, because he said he had saw my Snow White post and he was looking out for me in the front row. And he's like, you look like the right guy. And I was like, oh, yeah, I am. So I was speaking to him.
Was it the dress?
It must have been. Like, you must have just been able to see like the yellow through the grating at the front row. So I was chatting to him for a little bit. And halfway like through the show, he like pointed at us and then took a photo of us, and it ended up on the official Rammstein like photos. And I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Like the three of us have got onto that. And then halfway through the gig, they do like a fan cam thing where they'll like video the crowd, like, you know, people holding up signs. And the guy in front of me just pointed it straight at me, and then I was up on the fan cam, which was pretty fucking cool. Tried not to freak out mentally. But the weirdest thing about that whole trip was the next day, because they had a pop-up store in Nijmegen, and they're only doing like 4 or 5 of them. And so I was like, oh, you know, we'll have a more chill day tomorrow. We'll go to the pop-up store, we'll get some food, we'll turn up before the doors. I was like, okay, yep, fine. So we went to the pop-up store, and we went to take a selfie outside of it because it was right next to the station where we got off the bus. And this guy comes up to me, he's like, do you mind if I take a photo of you? And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So I put my phone away, and he's like, oh, no, take the selfie and I'll take a photo of you. And I was like, right, okay, weird. And then he started talking to us and was like, you know, where are you all from? Are you going to the show? Was you there last night? And he was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh, let me get one of my colleagues. At this point, I'm just looking at the inside of the store like, fucking, come on, let me in. I just want to fucking go in there. And then this guy was asking us loads of questions. It's like, can we get some more photos of you guys? And they're like, what's your social medias? And so we gave them all the social medias. And they're like, oh, we work for the local newspaper. And I was like, oh, okay. And it's like, we'll put a post up on this, and it'll be in the newspaper tomorrow morning, and we'll put it up online. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty fucking cool. And I've always wanted to be in the newspaper. That's been one of my life goals. And so we went into the store, and then I spent another £170.
Couldn't buy more ponchos.
The biggest problem was because of Brexit, they do their own line of like aftershaves, and you can't get them imported into the UK anymore. So I saw they had 3 of the aftershaves. So I was like, boom, 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 like picked up them. I found a shirt that I've been trying to buy for 6 months that was finally there in my size in stock. So I was like, oh, I'll buy that. And then I saw like autograph cards, and I was like, oh, I'll buy them. Or playing cards, oh, I'll buy them. And I got to the till, had no idea how much it all came to, just like 170. And I was like, yeah. And I was just like, fuck it, credit card. But what was pretty cool was they had props there in the pop-up store. So they had like the flamethrower masks from Firefly that they used, and in like the Triple X movie. They had a couple of the stage guitars that, you know, Richard and Paul used, and like some of the costumes from the previous years, and you could go and touch them, and that was pretty fucking cool. Went to the gig again. This gig was really good. Somehow we got second row, and it was a much drier, nicer day. But the field, oh my fucking God, it was an absolute mess from the previous day. It was just like, you know, when you go to the zoo and you see pigs that are just walking through like 3 inches of like water-laden mud. The whole of it was like that. Ooh. And it wasn't pleasant. But we were there. We're like, say, 2 rows back, and then there was someone next to us, and they were just looking at something on their phone, and they tapped me on the shoulder and went, "It's you." And they showed us, and it was the fucking article from the photographer and all that had done the interview. And the caption of it was Snow White like comes to Rammstein. And I was like, no way, that's actually me. Because I'd mentioned that I went to Snow White. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking nuts. And I got something like 600 followers from it. Like,
nice.
Through like linking the socials and stuff like that. And it was really fucking cool. The only downside to the trip was when we came back from Amsterdam on the Eurostar. This is when you go through London, you go through like the security and like the customs bit before you get on the Eurostar. So then you just go straight to Amsterdam. You get off the train like you would get off a train at a normal train station, because you've already done like the security border point. For some reason, Amsterdam doesn't have that, so you have to go via Brussels. So we had to go to Brussels and then do the security and the customs there. Yeah. And the queue was unfucking real. It took us 3 hours to get through the queue.
What?
At that point, we missed our train back to London. Yeah. So we had a extended layover in Brussels. I got compensation from the train, to be fair, due to the delay. It was just really mega fucking stressful. We managed to get one, like the second to last Eurostar back to London. And then we got the last train back from London to Birmingham, and we got back, I think it was about 1:15 in the morning.
Yeah, that Eurostar back from Amsterdam has been a pain ever since the UK left the Schengen. Like, those 3 hour queues, apparently, like in the summer, it's 3 to 4 hours, whereas it used to be like a 20-minute thing.
Shit.
Yeah, it was absolutely fucking dreadful. But that was not the worst bit of travel. The worst bit of travel was Dublin, which we'll get to.
Indeed, we will get to on the Patreon, because we're talking about time here, I reckon.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. We'll try and dig out some of those, like the article and the photos, and like plonk them in the podcast.
Stick in the Fret Talk podcast thing.
Yeah, because that'll be well worth seeing our Josh as Snow White. So that's us for this week. On the Patreon, we'll be continuing on the tale, and we'll also be talking a little bit about a certain feud between some companies that's been ongoing and might just be ending very soon. So I'm going to extend a thank you to our listeners. Thank you for making it into the dying moments of the podcast. I'm going to extend a thank you to our Patreon backers, who, for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of that exclusive crew. The crew of people. For $2 a month, you get a shout out on the podcast, and you get an additional bit of podcasting goodness, usually around the 30-minute mark. Sometimes when we don't check ourselves, it basically is another podcast, like an entire another podcast. But you also get your name read out, which our current Patreon backers are as follows. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. We've got Mr. Hughie Rection. Way in stereo. We've got Mr. Mike Oxlong. We've got Mr. Gary Goldencock. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jokes podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. And and finally, we've got Mr. Jason Wharton of Jason Wharton 82 YouTube and of Pedalboards of Doom. If you want to catch me online, you find me at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Threads / or at BudgetPedalChap. YouTube, of course, is the home to the No Talk or Toad series, which this week features the Gocko Mogwai Overdrive / Fuzz. Look,
they are definitely words.
Like Overdrive Fuzz. Like
I was,
I was pleasantly surprised. I will have you know. Definitely check it out. It's well worth. I think it's only like a 4 or 5 minute video. Check it out. Matt, where can we find you online?
I am at heel_MattQ on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram.
Yeah, you are. And oh my gosh, it's Josh. Shout us out. Where can we find you?
You can find me at the Corona Mortis on Instagram and Josh Castle TCM on YouTube. Make sure you check out my Instagram and you can see some of these posts that I've been talking about in the podcast.
Yeah, put a picture to the words, which, I mean, a picture paints 1,000 words, so that's like another 3 podcasts, surely. And yeah, so that's us for this week. Have I forgot to do anything, or is that it? Like, am I?
Once again, we are brought to you by Affordable.
We have, yeah, I forgot that, haven't I? It's, yeah, affordable.co.uk, check them out. Our sponsor.
Basically, what we need to say is this was brought to you by ADHD because none of us know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Yeah. This episode is sponsored by the letter A and D and H. And another D for good measure.
All the chords.
Indeed. I know the H chord, sure. Oh, they do have it in Germany, don't they? They have like an H, which is like B flat or something. I don't know. This is not.
Can I just say it's
really
coming
confused now.
I mean, by the time that this podcast is out, it will either have come home or won't have come home.
Will it have come home though? If something has never been here before, can it coming here be it coming home? I know it's not coming here, but if it was to come here and it's never been here before, is it coming home or is it going somewhere new for the first time?
Well, didn't football originate in England? So,
I mean, people were kicking things around in ancient Egyptian times before England existed. So, just because we created some laws for it doesn't necessarily mean we invented it. But that's what Gammons like to say. So, go on, this piece of dirt. Go on, this piece of dirt. Where our piece of dirt people are going to beat your piece of dirt people.
Indeed.
Fucking hate international football.
I mean, you could leave it there.
Relatable content.
I hate international.
Yes.
And on that bombshell, it will be a tatty boy from me, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. It will be a tatty boy from, oh my gosh, it is Josh. And it will goodbye, Josh. See you later, Josh. And it will be a tatty boy from Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Ta-ra a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Why did the condom fly across the room? It was pissed off.
Jeez.
Oh dear.
I like that.
Jeez. Yeah, we're having it.